In this video, we are going to learn how to find a missing side of a right triangle using Pythagorean formula. We will focus on understanding and applying this important formula in a simple and easy way with plenty of examples. In a right triangle like this one here, which has angle which is 90 degrees, here this one here is 90 degrees angle. Here, this one is 90 degrees angle. We can use Pythagorean formula, which is c square, which is the longest side here, the hypotenuse, equal a square plus b square. So the Pythagorean formula is c square equal this side, a square, plus this one, which is b square. Or of course you can write it as this square plus this square equal this square, the longest side, which is the opposite of the 90 degrees angle. So you can write it as a square plus b square equal c square. So you can write c square, which is the longest side here, equal this one square plus this one square. Here, this c is called the hypotenuse, which is the side opposite the 90 degrees angles, and it's always the longest side. The other two sides here, A and B, are called the legs of the right triangle. We will look at these three examples that use the same set of side lengths, just in a different situation, to clearly show how to find any missing side. For example, here we want to find the hypotenuse x when they are giving this side, which is 3, and this side it's 4. The other situation here, if we want to find a missing side here, x, when the hypotenuse is given, which is 5, and this side is 4. The last scenario here, the third example, is if we want to find this side here, if it's given that the hypotenuse is 5 and this side is 3. We also have more examples after that. Now let's go down. Let's solve the first one here. Let's change the color. So if we have a right triangle, so it's essential to have 90 degrees angle for a triangle to apply this formula, which is the Pythagorean formula. So here this one square, so x square equal this square, 3 square plus 4 square, which is this one here square. So x square equal 3 square, which is 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. 4 square, which is 4 multiplied by 4, which is 16. Now, to simplify this one here, x square equal 9 plus 16, which is 25. Now, if we take square root for both sides to find this x, so if we take here the square root and here square root, we will get here x equal here 5, the square root of 25, which is 5. So we found here this x as 5. So instead of here x, we can write here x equal 5. To be more formal, if we want to take the square root for the unknown variable, we have to write it like this. Here, the square root for square variable, you have to write the absolute value. And here, equal the square root of 25, of course here 5. Now if we want to solve this equation, which is the absolute value of x equal 5, either x equal 5 or x equal negative 5, because if we here substitute here the negative 5, the absolute value of negative 5, of course here 5, so there is solution, which is x equal negative 5. So since we know that the side of a triangle which represent the length, so the answer always positive, so we reject this x equal negative 5 because it's impossible to have negative length for real problem here like this, so we always reject this one. And since we know that always is positive, so we don't write these steps. So every time we will not write these steps. So let's delete it. Now, the other situation here, example 2, to find the sides. As we know, this square plus this square will give us this square. So we will not write it like this. We will not write 5 square equal this square plus this square because we want to find this one and to make it simple as well. So here, this x square plus 4 square equal 5 square. To find this x, we will take this one to the other side. So here x square equal 5 square minus this 4 square. So here I will write here this one again, x square, 5 square, which is 25, minus 4 square, which is 4 multiplied by 4, which is 16. So here x square equal 25 minus 16, which is 9. Now, to find this x, we take square root for the both sides here. So x equal 3. So we found x equal 3 because the square root of 9 is 3, because 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. So we found this x equal 3. As you can see here, we found it exactly the same as this one. Now, we know here it's equal to this one, which is 4, but we will find it the same as it would be clearly how to find the side of right triangle. So here, this here, x square, I will write it here, not 3 square. I will start with the unknown variable here, x square plus this 3 square equal 5 square. So here, this x square, I will take this one to the other side. Before to take this one to the other side, we know that 3 square, which is 9, and we know here 5 square, which is 25. So I will write here 25 first, minus this one, because we take this one to the other side, so minus 9. So here x square equal 25 minus 9, which is 16. If we take square root for both sides here, we'll get x equal 4, because the square root of 16 is 4. So we found here x equal 4. So here x equal 4. So as you can see here, it's clearly that if you want to find the hypotenuse, we have to write this equation and we have to find the unknown variable. Now let's give you another example. Example 4, let's find this side. As we have said before, if you want to find any side here, we have to write the equation. I will write here this x square plus this square, because here, this here, the opposite of 90 degrees is this one. So we have to write this square plus this square equal to this. So here, this square equal this square. You can, of course, you can put bracket here since it's too complicated if we don't have bracket. So here x square equal, I will take this one to the other side, but we will compute this one first. 12 square, which is 12 multiplied by 12, which is 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4, 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. Here we have to put here 0, 1 multiplied by 2, which is 2, 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. So here, I will write here plus 4 plus 0, which is 4, 2 plus 2, which is 4, and here 1. So the answer of this one, 144. What about this one? Again, here, 13 multiplied by 13. 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9, 3 multiplied by 1, which is 3. Now we have to put 0, 1 multiplied by 3, which is 3, 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. Here plus 9 plus 0, which is 9, 3 plus 3, which is 6, and here 1. So the answer of this one here, 169. So this one here, 169, and if we take this one to the other side, it will be negative 144. So here x square equal 169 minus 144, which is 25. And if we take the square root for the both side here, we will get x equal 5. So we found here, this side here, x equal 5. So it's very simple to find any side of a right triangle. Let's check about this. If we here substitute here 25, 25 plus 144, which is 169. So our answer is correct. So we found this x equal 5. Now let's give you another example, which is example 5. Let's find the unknown, which is here y, which is the opposite of the 90 degrees. So this is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So to find this one, as we have said earlier, y square equal this square plus this square. So 1 square plus 1 square. Y square, which is very simple, 1 square, which is 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1, plus this one, 1 square, 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. So y square equal 1 plus 1, which is 2. So if we take the square root for the both sides here, we will get y equal the square root of 2. And of course, you cannot simplify this one. So the answer here is the square root of 2. So it's very simple example, this one, as it has two sides here, 1 and 1. Now you know how to apply Pythagorean formula to solve right triangle problems like this one, whether you are finding the hypotenuse or any side of a right triangle. I hope this video made the Pythagorean formula simple to understand and easy to use. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more math videos. And feel free to comment below if you have any question or suggestion about this video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.